Who is that? Is that a cheetah? Is that Donald Trump? Nah, that's just me in high school. I used to play the violin, but I haven't touched it in 7 years. This is Matthew. He's a professional violist and my lovely friend who is visiting me in 1 week. We want to play a duet together, so it's time for relearning how to play the violin in 1 week.
It's day 1 of trying to relearn how to play the violin. Let's bring her out. My shoulder rest. My bow desperately needs a rehair. Let's see how out of tune she is. Not terrible. Let's tune, bitches. Okay, so we start with a G major scale.
I was feeling pretty good about myself at this point because there was a lot of muscle memory kicking in. I just did some more scales to warm up and I was thinking this was going to be easy peasy because Mozart isn't usually the most technically difficult.
I am going to try and sight read it.
Okay, not gonna lie, sight reading was never really my strong suit, but I mean, this was kind of humbling. I was able to make it through the piece, but I did not realize the tempo, you guys. Like, just wait.
Ah, fuck. I can sight read it really slow, but I want to know what it's supposed to sound like. My head hurts.
For day 2, I decided to try and play the piece with a metronome, and I don't know what delusion took over me, but I thought that I could play it at full speed. Yeah, so that didn't really happen.
Oh my God!
I eventually accepted that I would need to slow it down, so that's what I did. And I just did a few run-throughs of like the first page with a metronome to make sure I was getting all the rhythms and also trying to get all the notes, of course. For days 3 and 4, I exclusively did scales. I actually didn't even play the piece at all. I was really struggling with my fingers moving fast enough, and all the passages where there were really fast notes, 99% of the time, it was just a standard scale or arpeggio. And so for these 2 days, I just did scales over and over and over again. Different rhythms, different speeds, different bowings, trying to get my fingers as loose as possible and fast as possible. On day 5, I kind of tried to do everything. I warmed up with some scales, and then I tried to do faster run-throughs of the pieces, and luckily I was able to play it a little bit faster than the first couple of days. I don't know why my face looks like that when I play. I look very stressed, and my mouth is like slightly open for some reason. Day 5, I think, went pretty well. On day 6, I tried to go past the first page. Up until this point, I've only been working on 1 page. The whole piece is many more pages long, and I hadn't looked at any of the other music. And I decided that I would tell Matthew that we're just gonna do page 1. It's day 7, bitches. Okay, so this was the last day before Matthew came to visit. It was crunch time, baby. At this point, I knew that I didn't have enough time to really work on getting notes faster or more in tune or whatever. So I used this day to focus more on musicality, looking at dynamics, bowings, phrasing, stuff like that. Matthew's finally here, bitches!
And here is our performance.
It wasn't perfect, but I had so much fun. I forgot what it feels like to play music with other people. It's such a nice experience to connect and hear all the parts come together. Matthew was sight reading, which just shows how amazingly talented and skilled he is. This week really reminded me how delightful things can be when you do them just for yourself, just for fun. I think there's such beauty in doing things not for an audition or a portfolio or a performance, but just for yourself and just to connect with the people around you. Anyways, this video got so deep all of a sudden, but I hope you enjoyed watching me relearn the violin. I hope you decide to relearn something or learn something completely brand new. Enjoy the rest of the performance and stick around until the end to see an iPhone rendition of The Swan, and I will see you in the next one.